Hello everybody, welcome to episode 24 of Estate Planning TV. I'm your host, Christopher Small. I'm the owner of CMS Law Firm, and this is the internet's most passionate show about estate planning. Welcome. Hopefully you are having a great everything as usual. We're kind of in the thick of the holiday season at the time of recording this episode, so I want to say that first of all, I am thankful for you for watching this. I'm thankful for trusting me with this information, and I take this very seriously. I take the things that I do to heart, and I'm really excited and passionate about the opportunity to help my clients and to help you. If you never call me, but the information that you see here makes a difference in your life, then I have done my job. Which brings me to sort of the story, the thing that happened that led to today's topic, which is how to hire a cheap estate planning attorney. I was contacted by a woman who lives in Maryland and has a house in Virginia. And she wanted to know how to do a transfer on death deed. She was asking me questions about trust. She was asking me questions, all these different questions. And I provided her with as much information as I could because, as you know, I'm a Washington State licensed attorney right now, soon to be California, probably soon to be after that up and down the entire West Coast. But I definitely do not do the East Coast right now at all. So I'm not familiar with East Coast law. So I told her I'm not sure, and she kept asking me questions, and I could tell that she was trying to figure out how to do it on her own. And the point I made to her, and the point I want to make today is that when it comes to this stuff, when it comes to your assets, when it comes to protecting your family, when it comes to providing opportunities in the future to future generations, when it comes to generational wealth, is that really the place where you want to save a couple bucks? It's kind of like if you're going to go in for heart surgery or brain surgery, do you want to use the person that's the cheapest, or do you want to look for other factors other than just price to make your decision on? Because price isn't everything, but it is a little bit of an indicator about the level of service that you're going to get, the level of expertise that you're going to get, the level of workmanship that you're going to get. And so I secretly wanted to make this video, entitle it "How to Find a Cheap Estate Planning Attorney," to try to talk you out of trying to find the cheapest estate planning attorney out there. There's this, I don't know where I read this, I don't know where I saw this, but it was a cartoon, or it was like a newspaper cartoon, or it was a show or something, and the person said, well, how much do you cost? And the person said, don't worry, I am reassuringly expensive, right? And that's how I would approach trying to find a good estate planning attorney. You don't necessarily need someone that's way expensive, because they may be overcharging, quite frankly, but you definitely shouldn't just go cheap. The way I try to think about it is, let's say you have $1 million in assets. Just think about, what are you willing to pay to ensure that those assets go to the right person, are treated in the right way, and are used properly once you're gone? That would, for me, be the maximum amount that I'd be willing to pay. And then I would come down from there to a point, maybe, that fits kind of what I need. When it comes to cheap attorneys, you're going to get cheap work, just like anybody else. When a plumber comes into my house, if he's super cheap, I'm immediately a little bit wary. My guess is he's not going to show up on time, or she, not going to return my calls, probably not going to do the best work. I'm going to have somebody come out and fix it later. The same thing happens in estate planning. Can't tell you how many times I've had people come in that already have plans created. I take a look at them, and I am mystified and maybe horrified about the work product that's been done. Documents aren't executed correctly. There's misspellings in the documents. There are sort of pagination errors. There's all kinds of these things that just shouldn't be there when you hire a reputable estate planning attorney. So, my wish for you, my request, my ask is to please consider not using the cheapest estate planning attorney in town, and certainly don't use no attorney. I know it's double negative, so it's kind of weird. What I'm trying to say is use an attorney. Okay, use someone that only does estate planning, that's focused on estate planning, that doesn't do criminal defense and business and bankruptcy and family law and estate planning. Right? Find somebody that knows what they're doing. Find somebody that has demonstrated a track record of good service, and find someone that really cares about you and your family and your assets, and making sure that your plan comes to play, comes into fruition, and is executed properly. All right? It's not about cheap. It's not about cost. Think of this as an investment in your future. There's definitely a return on that investment when the plan that you want is executed properly and things happen the way that you want. I can't tell you how many times bad plans are put together and then they're not executed correctly, and people that aren't supposed to get things get them. People that need oversight don't get it, and all of a sudden that money's gone. Right? Your family is not protected. A bad spouse gets it. It's lost in bankruptcy. It's spent on drugs or gambling or cars or anything like that. Okay? So, how do you find the cheapest estate planning attorney in town? You don't. All right? That's it. I'm Christopher Small. I'm the owner of CMS Law Firm. Again, thank you for your time. If you're watching this around the holiday season, happy holidays to you. Happy Thanksgiving, all these things. And, remember to be thankful for your family. Tell them that you love them. And remember that that's why we're here. It's to celebrate these things, create these memories, and have these experiences. And if you ever want to have some estate planning help, feel free to give me a call. 206-659-1512, or email me, chris@cmslawfirm.com. See ya.